So because I, I I also moving to Florida. I left law enforcement in Virginia because different reasons than you though. But I can understand. I don't know anybody down here either, bro.
Yeah.
And just hearing your story is kind of inspirational. And I was gonna say, tell us about the journey to Florida, but you already kind of explained that, and you said it was like August 2020. So you went through the summer of love in Columbus when it had all those riots and everything that went national news.
Yeah.
How was that situation for you? Like, what was?
Honestly, leaving at the end of the riots was the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is as police officers. Like, when you find out your brother's in trouble, you want to be there.
Most definitely.
And so we're coming to the tail end.
Yeah.
I think actually the riots had kind of ended, and then something else happened and kind of re-sparked them for a little bit.
Yep.
So the riots weren't fully going on at the time, but it was hard, man. It was hard not being there for my guys. I was seeing videos on the news of Columbus officers that I knew getting in shootings and being shot at.
Yeah, same thing, bro. Yep. I used to tell people, man, that's where I'm from. I know, like AJ, for example, when he had his situation downtown, I was like, bro, I know that dude, man.
Yeah.
And that was crazy. And I just remember when you was telling me, because I was still in Virginia, because I was going through some of the similar, because they weren't really doing riots as much per se as they were doing like full on marches on freeways, stopping traffic, attacking people's cars and stuff like that. They had some riot situations like in Portsmouth and a few of them in Norfolk where I was located at the time. But yeah, man, I remember you telling me that they had put your information on the internet and stuff like that. I was just like, man, because there was a guy that was running around doing that in Virginia too. He would put the camera in your face, badge, and he would go look you up. So yeah, bro.
You know what's crazy about that story? I don't know if you knew this or not, but before I was a cop, people in the church always were saying, "So are you leaving your calling?"
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm doing both. That's who I am.
Yeah.
And I knew that law enforcement was not something I was going to retire doing.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that it was going to be something I needed to experience for a short time. And I always said 5 years. So the crazy thing is that there was an incident at the gas station at 18th and Cleveland.
Yeah.
And my partner kept getting dispatched there for some unruly kids. And, in the hood, the parents didn't care about the kids. So there's no point in contacting the parents. We just shoot them away, told them to go home.
Mm-hmm.
We got called out a few times. And then the third time we got called out, we get there and we see a guy that we've had multiple run-ins and a lot of, gun crimes, stuff like that. We see him and we see he has a gun. So when we're walking up to him, we both got our guns out and we're trying to get to him without him seeing us first.
Yeah.
So that he doesn't, draw down on us or anything like that, put us in a bad situation. We get up to him and he sees us before we wanted him to. And he reaches down, he grabs the gun and he runs behind the car. My partner thankfully was at a good angle that he was able to get around to be able to get eyes on him. Drew down on him, got close enough to him to take him to the ground. I went and took him to the ground. At this point, I don't know who he's with, where his boys are.
Yeah.
There's people in the gas station. We're right at the front door of the gas station. We got him on the ground. We're wrestling around with him. He's got a gun on him. I tried to contain him and radio it in 10-3. And I had my gun out because I was watching our backs and make sure we didn't get ambushed by his boys.
For sure.
Well, while we're doing that, we finally get him cuffed. We get this gun off him. He had a 40. He had like a 30-round clip on him. He had a bunch of meth, a bunch of crack on him. A regular arrest. We take him, put him in the car. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. So we didn't get, our shift was over at 6. We didn't get home until like 8 in the morning.
Yeah, definitely.
So 8 in the morning, I get home. I'm dead tired. I go to sleep. My wife wakes me up at like 11. She wakes me up. Sheldon, what is this? She's shoving a phone in my face. I can't see what's happening. I then begin to look at it, and it's a picture of me. And it looks like my knee is on his neck in the middle of our tussle.
Oh, wow.
Somebody took a still shot.
Wow.